Once you reach level 50, obtaining legendary items with your desired aspects becomes crucial for your build. These aspects, along with your skills, are the core of your character's strength. Every acquired aspect significantly enhances your power. Should you come across the right aspect on an unsuitable item or in an incorrect slot, you can extract and transfer it to another item using the occultist. To unlock the legendary items for crafting in the Codex of Power, you must complete the respective dungeons if you haven't acquired them yet. Unlock legendary item crafts in the Codex of Power by completing the following dungeons. Jalal's Vigil in Skazglin for a bladed dancer, ranged weapon. Korvalar Ramparts in Fractured Peaks for blast. Trapper's amulet. Paws of the Damned in Kyrgyzstan for disobedience, chest or pants. Old Stones in Skazglin for Edgemasters, first melee weapon. Champion's Demise in Dry Steppes for the Umbral, second ring. Lubin's Rest in Skazglin for cheats, chest or pants. Oblivion in Hawezar for shared misery. Helm, Broken Bulwark in Skazglin for Ghostwalker boots. Although the Codex of Power provides most of the setup, you prefer aspects from random loot due to their potential for higher values. To target farm-specific item slots, you can obtain red dust from PvP zones or obols from outdoor local events to gamble for them. Alternatively, you can acquire respective catches from the Tree of Whispers. Within these catches, you'll find other important aspects for your build. Mangler's Gloves allows days to be spread by attacking targets, enhancing safety in fights and recovering energy through the Umbral. Accelerating Melee Weapon or First Ring provides significant attack speed for increased damage output, healing, and lucky hit effects. Smiting Melee Weapon or First Ring offers a substantial C boost and extends the duration of crowd controls for enhanced safety and better boss staggering. The Umbral Second Ring. While available in the Codex, its minimum value is relatively weak. However, with a high roll, you gain abundant energy regeneration to fully utilize spamming, twisting blades. Once you have the rest of the setup and a high roll Umbral aspect, you can likely replace Puncture with Shadow Clone and never look back. Here's a breakdown of important stats and status effects for your build, along with a prioritized list per slot. Damage boosts. Focus on stacking vulnerable damage, critical strike chance, critical strike damage, and unconditional additive damage bonuses like damage to close enemies or core skill damage. These provide significant damage increases. Core stats. Dexterity is the most beneficial, followed by intelligence and strength. Avoid willpower if possible. Energy management. Look for energy cost reduction on boots or amulet to help maintain high energy levels for Edgemasters. Socket recommendations. Weapons. Socket Royal Emerald for near permanent vulnerable uptime. Armor. Socket Royal Topaz for improved defense and to prevent accidental deaths. Jewelry. Socket Royal Skull for enhanced defense and additional scaling with disobedience. In terms of consumables, this build benefits greatly from the following. Elixirs. Elixir of Cruelty, Elixir of Fortitude, Heady Assault Elixir, and Heady Precision Elixir. Incenses. Song of the Mountain, Redamine Buzz, and Chorus of War. By focusing on these aspects and utilizing the recommended consumables, you can maximize the effectiveness of your build. For the ranged bladed dancer, build with a crossbow as the weapon type. Prioritize the following stats in order. Vulnerable damage, critical strike damage, core skill damage, dexterity. All stats. When it comes to sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Emeralds into your items for their bonuses. For the melee one, regular. Build with Edgemasters as the weapon type sword. Prioritize the following stats in order. High damage per second. Vulnerable damage. Critical strike damage. Dexterity. Core skill damage. All stats. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Emeralds into your items for their bonuses. For the melee one, push setup. Build with Doombringer as the weapon. Prioritize the following stats in order. High damage per second. Lucky hit effect chance. Maximum life. Damage. Core skill damage. Lucky hit. Heal. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Emeralds into your items for their bonuses. For the melee, to build with either Accelerating or Smiting as the weapon type sword. Prioritize the following stats in order: high damage per second, vulnerable damage, critical strike damage, dexterity, core skill damage. All stats. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Emeralds into your items for their bonuses. For the helm, best in slot, with Harlequin Crest, prioritize the following stats in order: damage reduction, cooldown reduction, maximum life, resource generation. All stats. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Topaz for its bonuses. For the helm, regular, with Shared Misery, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Cooldown reduction. 2. Maximum life. 3. Total armor. 4. Resistances. 5. All stats. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Topaz for its bonuses. For the chest with either disobedience or cheats, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Damage reduction. 2. Close damage reduction. 3. Damage reduction from poison. 4. Maximum life. 5. Total armor. 6. Resistances. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Topaz for its bonuses. For the gloves with Mangler's Aspect, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Ranks to Twisting Blades. 2. Critical strike chance. 3. Attack speed. 4. Lucky hit. Slow. 5. Lucky hit chance. For the pants with either disobedience or cheats, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Damage reduction. 2. Close damage reduction. 3. Damage reduction from poison. 4. Maximum life. 5. Total armor. 6. Resistances. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Topaz for its bonuses. For the boots, best in slot, with Penitent Graves, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Movement speed. 2. Damage to chilled enemies. 3. Crowd control duration. 4. Cold resistance. 5. Slow duration reduction. For the boots, regular, with Ghostwalker, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Movement speed. 2. Energy cost reduction. 3. Damage reduction while injured. 4. Dodge chance. 5. All stats. 6. Dexterity. For the amulet with Blast, Trapper, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Movement speed. 2. Damage reduction. 3. Damage reduction from close enemies. 4. Cooldown reduction. 5. Damage reduction from poisoned enemies. 6. Ranks to Exploit. 7. Ranks to Malice. 8. Ranks to Weapon Mastery. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Skull for its bonuses. For Ring 1 with either Accelerating or Smiting, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Critical Strike Chant. 2. Critical Strike Damage. 3. Vulnerable Damage. 4. Resource Generation. 5. Maximum Life. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Skull for its bonuses. For Ring 2 with the Umbral, prioritize the following stats in order: 1. Critical Strike Chant. 2. Critical Strike Damage. 3. Vulnerable Damage. 4. Maximum Life. 5. Resource Generation. In terms of sockets, it is recommended to socket Royal Skull for its bonuses. Here is the optimized progression for allocating Paragon points and advancing through the Paragon boards. Start with the starting board. Path towards Prime, then pick up the socket, Skillful, and Lawless. Socket closer once you obtain it, and boost it with surrounding dexterity nodes. Path towards the top to reach the gate. Deadly Ambush board. Rotate the board so that the legendary node is closest to the entrance. Pick up Trapper and Deadly Ambush, then head towards the socket. Acquire Engineering, Cunning, and Magic nodes. Socket Diminish once obtained to enhance the rare nodes. Path from Cunning, pick up Spring, Loaded, and exit the board at the gate to the east. Cheap Shot board. Rotate the board so that the legendary node is closest to the entrance. Obtain Safeguard, Magic nodes, and Cheap Shot. Path towards the socket from the bottom, pick up Devious, Wiles, and all Magic nodes. Socket Control once acquired and collect surrounding intelligence nodes to boost it. Path to the gate in the south. No Witnesses board. Rotate the board so that the socket is closest to the entrance. Path towards the socket and pick up Knowledge, Training, and Magic nodes. Socket Exploit once obtained and enhance it with surrounding strength nodes. Return to the Cheap Shot board. Path towards the gate to the east. cunning stratagem board. Rotate the board so that the socket is in the top left. Path towards the socket and acquire Lawless and Finisher. Socket turf once obtained and boost it with surrounding strength nodes. Path to the gate in the south. Exploit weakness board. Rotate the board so that the socket is in the bottom left. Path towards the socket and pick up Artifice and Dosage. Socket combat once obtained and enhance it with surrounding intelligence nodes. Return to the starting board. Use your remaining points to pick up Resilience and other useful magic nodes such as Extra Life. Remember to adjust your glyph distribution based on the glyphs you find or level up, maximizing their power by leveling them up to 15 for increased radius. Avoid leaving empty glyph sockets and adapt the allocation as you progress. Once you have acquired your desired aspects, it's time to engage in the following endgame activities in Diablo 4, each offering different roles and rewards: open world farming, Helltide, Whispers, Nightmare Dungeons, world bosses, PvP, player versus player. Your goals in the open world differ greatly depending on what build you play and what stage your character progression is at. Here are the objectives you should aim for. Reach Torment as fast as possible by completing the campaign and capstone dungeons. Complete your Renown and Altars of Lilith as fast as possible. Prioritize easy quests for Renown points and complete the easy dungeons to unlock the extra skill and Paragon points. Farm crafting materials for the Blacksmith and Alchemist to upgrade and enchant your gear. Farm Forgotten Souls in the Helltide to reroll your gear at the Occultist. Farm events and use the rewarded obels to gamble weapons, rings, or amulets. Nightmare Dungeons are one of the most important endgame activities in Diablo 4 that you can only access with sigils obtained from the Occultist, turning in Whispers or as drops from other Nightmare Dungeons. They have scaling difficulty, tires, and present the ultimate challenge for your character. This game mode offers the best experience in the game, tons of great loot, and levels up your glyphs that unlock even more power. The world bosses spawn in fixed locations at certain times in the open world. Players usually gather to defeat these mighty foes for legendaries and scattered prisms to add sockets to their gear. While you don't need to farm world bosses regularly, it's always good to stock up on some prisms to easily replace your gear later on. Occasionally, you may also find a Whisper objective on a world boss, making them worth even more. It may be worth adjusting your setup to take down these behemoths more easily. For example, by including more defenses, mobility, and higher single target damage output. The Twisting Blades Rogue is a super fun and mobile assassin that farms outdoor content and low nightmare dungeons better than almost anything else. While quite difficult to learn, it's a build that feels very rewarding once you have mastered its gameplay and is an excellent choice to start a fresh season with. Invest into energy recovery as much as possible early on, so you can spam Twisting Blades. Attack a few times, then start dancing around enemies to hit them with returning blades. Use Evade, Dash, and Shadow Step to reposition constantly in combat. Keep up your Dark Shroud stacks and throw down Poison Trap to be protected from incoming hits. I hope you found these tips helpful and informative as you prepare to embark on your journey in the world of Sanctuary. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel for more gaming content like this. Don't forget to hit the like button to show your support and let us know in the comments if there are any other topics or games you'd like us to cover in future videos. Thank you for watching.